Hello, Lake Jackson. This is Gerald Rosnowski, your mayor. Again, thank you for this opportunity to give you a quick overview of what we covered at our last City Council meeting on Tuesday, July 6th. Again, as always, I'm not going to cover all the items that we had on our agenda, just the ones that I think that would be of greatest interest to share in a video like this, and not keep the video from being and keep the video from being too long. The first thing was, as I mentioned before, we had intended to start live streaming our city council meetings, and this July 6th meeting was going to be our first official one. But what ended up happening was we had firewall issues here at city council, and so we were not able to live stream our city council meeting. We were able to record it, and as soon as we can upload that and get it onto YouTube, we will, our YouTube channel, and we'll share that information with you on how to view that video if you want to on social media, and also on our website. We'll give you the information on how to view that council meeting. Before the actual council meeting, we had a workshop. The workshop was a special workshop that we had called to cover just specifically the boil water incident that we had on June 19th that was caused by the water pressure issues across the city. And what this did was it provided staff to give city council an update on where we're at on root causes, and also on an update on what kind of actions, corrective actions have been put in place and that still have yet to be put in place. It also gave an opportunity for city council to ask questions to not only the city manager but also to staff about the incident, and get their individual questions answered from those individuals. There's a presentation that was part of that, and we're going to go ahead and post that also, make that available so you guys can see the update that was given to us. Going to the regular meeting on City Council, first I want to thank Allison Bell from the Willow Church. She accepted my invitation to give the invocation at our council meeting. And I was very pleased to have her come in and do that. And again, that's something I want to do for the first meeting of every month, is have somebody from our area churches come in and give the invocation. The next big item that we had was we did a presentation to our Parks and Recreation Department, declaring we had a proclamation declaring July as Parks and Recreation Month, and along with that also was just recognizing the great job that our Parks and Recreations people do for our community and all the events and planning that they do for us. So that was good. But then the big item of the evening was the presentation of the 2021 and 2022 annual budget that was presented. This is the draft that's presented by our city manager, Modesto Mundo, and this is something that he and staff has prepared, this draft, using the information and direction that was given to them through our planning process, strategic planning process that we work on earlier in the year. So this is the first time that the presentation was made. The council has seen the draft. Modesto gave a great overview. We're making his slide presentation will be available also on our Facebook and website page, so that you can look at his overview presentation. The full draft budget has been uploaded onto our city website page, so you can find it there if that's something that you want to go through. But I always encourage people when it comes to city budgets, and if you want to find out and get up to speed real quick, the best way to do that is to turn into the city budget to the manager's message, which I believe it's on page 43 in this budget. I really suggest, if you really want to learn about what's in the budget, go to that manager's message and read through that. And that gives you a good overview of where we've been this last year and what's in the budget that is being proposed. Where we're seeing that we're having to increase funding, and places where we might be able to adjust funding. But it's a good overview. It's a good place for you to start. And then once you get from there, if you have questions, then you can dig into the actual details and the full budget. And of course, you always have the opportunity to come to us at City Council, council meetings. And also you can pick up the phone and talk to any of us. Talk to me, any member of council. You can talk to Modesto Mundo also about any item that you have questions on the budget. Going forward, after the presentation that we had this past meeting, we are going to have our first workshop on the budget this Saturday. And it's pretty much an 8-hour day, starting at 8 o'clock and in the morning. And it's the opportunity where all the directors will be able to present their part of the budget to City Council, and City Council will be able to ask questions about their parts of the budget. And then following that workshop, if we have to have another workshop, we have another date. The following Saturday is also a workshop day. But normally we've been able to, since we started this strategic planning process, we've been able to do those workshops in one day. But we're not all said and done on the budget either, because between now and the final date that we have to approve a budget, there will always be an agenda item on each council meeting agenda to discuss the budget. So it'll give an opportunity for council to suggest or have a discussion on adjustments to the budget. And it also has an opportunity, provides an opportunity for you, the citizens, if you have a question, is that, again, you could come to City Council meeting, ask your question during that agenda item, and we'll be able to answer that. So that's what we've got going on as far as the budget. Again, I'm not going to go in a lot of detail into it because, again, it's just a draft. Once we have, we've gone through it with council through the workshop, well, then we'll be able to start filtering out some more, providing some information about it, about the budgets, and for everyone. I guess the last thing I want to cover is just, I know we've, in the past, I talked about, we've been having discussions about the use of public improvement districts for development for residential areas in our area. We have one developer that is requesting such of a financing component to be utilized in Lake Jackson. And so we had the developer gave his presentation at council meeting, just giving us more information of how he sees that it would be laid out. And where council has it now is that we've passed this on to staff to work on a policy, so that as we go forward with this discussion, we'll have a policy, we'll develop a policy, and we'll use that policy to make our determination if we want to utilize public improvement districts in Lake Jackson, if it's a good fit for us. So that's what we have. And again, we've had a lot of rain. Hopefully it's going to move out of the area soon. But it has been wet, and it's bringing challenges to the city, but we're trying to address those as quickly as we can. Thank you again for your time, and talk to you soon. Bye.